catching feelings, baby.
I'm excited about doing this with everyone, all of you guys. Us. This was kind of like meant to be. It was very much aligned.
I definitely think it was aligned. It was meant to be. For sure.
And it was aligned. It was one of those things that just kind of like happened and it needed to happen.
It needed to happen. Exactly.
I agree.
Well, we want to welcome you to the Prettiest podcast, where pretty meets purpose. Join us as we have heart-to-heart conversations and we give out elevating gems to take your life to a whole new level.
Yes, we have so much tea for you guys and we have so many things to talk about, and I'm really excited to be here.
I'm your host, Treviana.
And I am your co-host, Allie.
And today we're going to be getting to some hot tea, honey.
Girl.
This is our first episode, so hooray to us. Woo! This episode, we'll be talking about toxic relationships.
Girl, and haven't we been through it all? I feel like everyone has experienced something toxic.
Everybody.
Whether it be friends, family, their man.
Their man.
Their man.
We done been through it all, honey.
I feel like all of us have experienced some form of toxic relationship.
Unfortunately, though.
Unfortunately, it's not. Unfortunately.
But this episode is to help everyone get through their toxic relationship and come out on the other side, because it's the other side to toxic relationships that a lot of people don't talk about.
And I feel like there's a lot of growth. I think people don't talk about the growth. Sometimes the bad patches in your life, they kind of come out, and that's when the flower blooms.
That's when the flower blooms.
It really does.
Exactly.
You know, so I feel like let's go through it.
Let's go through it and let's get through it. The only way to get through it is to go in it, honey. So we're finna dive into some hot tea, honey. And we'll get into it. So, Allie, tell me, what is a toxic relationship?
I feel like no compromise, like not compromising, not being able to communicate and talk.
Exactly.
Let's compromise. Let's it has to be equal.
50-50.
50-50, except for bills.
Except all bills. Ding, 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 ding. Come on, give it to them. Give it to them. No tea, no shame.
Well, y'all, before we get into that, I have a little game for us.
A little game. We got a game.
We're going to be spilling some tea tonight. 5 things that our exes did to us and we still stay.
Ooh.
I know, I'm ashamed. I'm so ashamed.
I'm ashamed to
But you know what? Honestly, it's okay because we grow. And everything that happens to you is a lesson in life. So,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's okay.
It's okay. But to let y'all know that we done been through it too. All of us have been through it.
I feel like it's very much one of those things where you get shamed for going through stuff. But baby, we all been in love.
We all been in love.
You've been in love. I've been in love. It's okay.
It's blinding. That's why they say love is blinding.
Love is blind. I love that.
I love it, but I hate it though. Because
love is blind, but like sometimes I like to be a little blind. I think we all need things to know to look out for within our relationships. Friendships, family members, baby, y'all count.
Y'all count as well.
You know what I mean? Or that woman.
Oh, that woman. Every relationship that you have, even yourself, you could be self-sabotaging yourself.
That is true.
You can have a toxic relationship within yourself, which stems from other relationships with other people. So we'll get into it, but this game though. You ready to pop it off?
I'm ready to pop it off.
Pop it off then. So, 5 things that our exes did and we stayed. What's tea?
Tea. One for me is left me stranded when my car broke down and told me I had to put on my big girl panties.
Not big
my
girl
drones
panties.
that big?
I don't think it's that big.
I wasn't ready.
Left you stranded. He was wrong
but
for
honestly,
that.
left me stranded, and then left me stranded. I had to get my boss husband to come out there and everything. It was very horrible.
That's sad.
It was really bad, and you know who you are.
And you know who you are. Okay, number 2. Found an open, used condom box in the back of his car. Baby, what who this for? You my nigga, so we be fucking raw every time. So It was given Jodeci. It was given Taraji P. Henson and Jodeci off a Baby Boy.
Acrimony.
Who this for? Baby, who this pack of condoms for? Because
it's not us.
I'm pregnant right now. So
child.
Who this for?
Who child?
Found an empty condom box, honey.
That's kind of, you know, I feel it because it's not for me.
It's not for me.
I thought we were skin to skin.
Skin to skin, body to body. It wasn't giving that. It wasn't giving that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so mine was also stalk me, who we would get into it, and then wait for me to get off work. Yeah, but I know it's definitely good enough to stalk.
Okay.
Stalk me.
Somehow.
But honestly, y'all, when you're going through it, it's kind of horrible.
It's kind of horrible.
It's kind of bad. It's kind of like call the police. Call them now.
911. Someone call 911.
Ring them.
Literally.
I need help. I have falling and I cannot get up. Because, baby, I'm scared. You doing too much. I like crazy, but not that crazy.
Not too crazy.
Yeah, it was too much for me. Yeah, I had to go.
I'm sorry, sis. You have to go through that. For real. Okay, something that our exes did that we stayed. One of mine is broke into my house after I tried to break up with him. Baby, he was in the window. He was head through the window. Head through the window. Yeah, baby, where you going? Nowhere. Head through.
That's kind of crazy though.
That is very crazy.
A little toxic?
Do I like a little toxic?
You want to see me tonight?
It's over. He said,
Okay, yeah.
He said,
We're done.
No.
You're done.
No.
You're done.
No. You're done. He said no.
He said no.
Not today.
Back. No.
Not today.
I mean, you know, I like the effort, but it's a little too much.
It's a little bit too much because you did me wrong.
Calm down. Because you did me wrong. If you knew how to treat me, we wouldn't even be in this situation. And honestly, that's the thing. Like, appreciate me while I'm here. Because you would hate to see another doing what you could have did. Ooh. And that's tea. No shade. And so, y'all, my last one is very much, this is kind of toxic, y'all. I'm so sorry. The man didn't cut out my tracks while I was sleeping. Damn. Girl, he cut my tracks out. Because I thought I was a baddie. And honestly, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. It was like, this is old. So it was like when I very first was like wearing weave and stuff. And I did think I was a baddie. Yes. Because I felt like one. Yeah. I did. And he cut them out, girl. He cut them out. In your sleep? You didn't feel nothing? And when I tell y'all, I'm being so for real. I'm being dead ass. For real. Cut my shit out. I woke up, y'all. Cut your tracks out while in your sleep. So you woke up. Let me tell you. To be fair, it wasn't long like this. It wasn't long. Yeah. It was very much like a short little boo-doo, you know, like with the little bang, you know, whoop-wop, whoop-wop, you know what I'm saying? He cut my shit. It was just a bang. A nigga gotta be so miserable, so mad. With safety scissors. He didn't even have hair scissors. And I'm being so free, y'all. You woke up and was just like gone, missing in action. What the fuck? The way you just looked, that's exactly how I was looking. And I swear to God, I'm not even lying. And I was like, damn, like, I went to the bathroom. This is the crazy part, because I went to the bathroom and I really feel like a man thought that I was going to feel like I was ugly. Like, I really felt like he thought that I was going to feel like... He felt like how he felt. He felt like that you would feel how he feel. Yeah. And it didn't work. And I really went in the bathroom. I was like, damn, you still a bad bitch. You still a bad bitch. Bitch, I could be bald and I would still be cute. Period. I don't know if that's very much conceited or not, but I definitely feel like that. And it was a lot. It was a lot. But at the time, honestly, my first reaction genuinely was when I went to the bathroom and I was just like, you are a bad bitch. Still.
A nigga try to
I'm
take your
saying,
shine, but baby, I'm still
could
shining. Could never
shine bright like a diamond.
Okay, so the last thing that my ex did, and I stayed, y'all,
What's the tea?
baby, he cheated on me with a married woman. How can you cheat on me with a married woman? But it happened.
She's not yours.
She's not even yours, but you still cheating on me.
That's kind
woman.
of crazy.
That is very crazy.
Maybe he thought it was easy. I don't know.
Maybe that was easy. Maybe thought he wouldn't get caught.
Maybe he thought he wouldn't get caught. Maybe no. When I say maybe he thought it was easy. Maybe he thought that like it wasn't like a lot of work that go into it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a lot of maintenance. Like you know,
but you can't cheat on me with a married woman that used to be. That used to be your girl. Like, I mean, if we talk about barking up the wrong tree, baby, I'm always bark up the exes. It's just to say that we all been there and we've all done.
I agree, though.
We all literally been there and done that. We had that one person that has had us one or two. Let's
be real, because we be spinning the block and
we be spinning the block.
You know, the red flags look green and I be seeing pink sometimes, so I ain't gonna lie.
We be seeing pink, green, orange, but we don't be seeing red.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ladies. So we have to understand that like we have been there and done it, but the biggest thing is we have came to the other side of it and we have came
honestly, that is the biggest thing. The biggest thing is like I feel like you experience things. Everything in your life is a lesson. I don't feel like it's something that you beat yourself up about.
Exactly.
I don't feel like it's something that you sit and let people try to put you down about or anything like that. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, this was an experience. What did I learn? How can I do better?
How can I do better?
How can I do better? Because, you know, the thing is, when you go through things in life, you are meant to learn something.
You are meant to learn. You're meant to gain something from it. Whether it's a lesson.
You gain something.
Or a blessing. Oof. It's always something. It's always one or the other.
Listening a little bit. You know, my daddy always said, if it ain't artificial, I mean, if it ain't beneficial, it's artificial.
If it ain't beneficial, it's artificial.
And that's the truth.
That's the truth.
That's the truth.
So what exactly do you categorize toxic traits as? Like, what are the toxic traits of a toxic relationship?
For me, I feel like lack of communication.
Exactly.
It's another one. Like, number one is lack of communication. I feel like dishonesty, which is literally right beside lack of communication. And I also feel like just not having boundaries. I feel like not having boundaries, not compromising, like those are like my top like toxic traits within a relationship.
Exactly. I think those are also really good toxic traits that you can identify in the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like those are like the top ones that you can identify.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to touch on some of the silent killers that we kind of stay in and we don't really realize it's happening because we're just so in love. We're so passionate. But I want to talk about codependency, where you get too dependent on a person to make you feel good, to make your feelings validated. Like, I need you to make me feel like I'm worthy.
But you know what's crazy is I don't really feel like when it comes to codependency, I don't think that we realize that we are being codependent.
Exactly.
I don't think a lot of people know that they're being codependent. I think that they're genuinely expecting their partner to fulfill this part of them that they have not fulfilled themselves. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, you're supposed to do this and why aren't you doing this when it's really something that you're supposed to already have within yourself.
Exactly. When you don't have that feeling that you can wake up in the morning and, like you say like, I'm still a baddie, I'm still look good, I still feel good, and you depend on this person to give you that validation, like you are enough. And when they don't give it to you, you feel empty. When they don't call you beautiful, you don't feel beautiful. When they don't call you sexy and pretty, you don't feel that. That's when you know you're codependent on that opinion.
And I feel like it's one of those things, like I said, I think sometimes, a lot of times, we don't even know that that's what it is.
It's what it is. And that's why
I think you get mad at your partner, like, dang, he didn't tell me I was beautiful when I woke up.
Exactly.
Or dang, I just got my hair done. You didn't notice.
And
I think it's one of those things where it's like, baby, did you notice first? And I feel like I said, I feel like it's one of those things where you don't really notice at first, but I feel like it's also something that you should practice within yourself. So I am a firm believer in positive affirmations.
Exactly.
And I know they might be cliche to some, but I'm beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I'm powerful.
Come on now.
I'm beautiful. I'm powerful.
I am powerful.
Abundant.
I am worthy.
Okay. I am worthy.
And let me
tell you, I am worthy of love.
I am worthy of love.
And let me tell you, I'm worthy of love, but I don't have to change who I am to get the person I want.
Exactly.
And I feel like I used to do that a lot. I feel like I used to have to change who I was to get who I wanted. And and not even to get who I wanted, to get the results that I wanted. It wasn't about who it was about the outcome of the relationship. It was about how this turned out. Like, if I wanted us to do this, or if I wanted, I'm like, okay, maybe if I do this, like, the outcome of this will change. And it's not even about you guys. I'm sorry. It's not about the relationship. It's more about what I truly desired. And I felt like if I changed a certain behavior, I would get what I truly desired out of that situation. And I started to realize that's just kind of not how it works. That's really
your person will accept you for exactly who you are. And that's why I think another toxic trait is gaslighting. When someone tells you, like, okay, this is what I said it was, like, okay, hey babe, I think you're being a little bit controlling. Oh, I'm not being controlling. You're just being too sensitive. You're just bringing up stuff because you're insecure. You're just bringing up stuff because you're not feeling what you need to feel within yourself. No, baby. You actually are doing these things that I'm bringing up. You actually are cheating. You actually are lying.
Nothing bothers me more than gaslighting because I think it's more of like a lack of accountability.
Exactly.
And nothing makes me more upset than like lack of accountability, because I feel like a lack of accountability is a lack of being self-aware.
Exactly.
It's like you don't know yourself enough to be like, okay, maybe I was like wrong.
Maybe I was wrong.
Maybe I could have approached the situation differently. Maybe I could have not even like, not to where you have to change yourself, because I don't believe that you have to change yourself to be with someone, but I feel like realizing that we all have flaws, and within a relationship there's things that we all have to work on, especially if it's something that you plan on doing for long term. It's like, okay, maybe I can't be like this all the time.
Maybe I can be like this. Like maybe what she's calling me out on is accurate.
Like maybe I can still be myself, but also work on these things for the betterment of my relationship. Because at the end of the day, once you decide that you want to be in a partnership with somebody, it's no longer just you.
Exactly.
It's not just you anymore.
Exactly.
It's you and the person that you decided that you wanted to commit to. And I think a lot of times, like, oh, let's be in a relationship. It sounds cute. It sounds fun. It sounds like, oh, I got a man, I got a girl. Like, that's my man. Like,
my man.
My man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, are you willing to really put in the work? And I think when people hear put in the work, they think like all these big things, but sometimes it's the little things.
It's the little things.
Sometimes it's like, babe, call me when you're on lunch.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's like compromising. Sometimes it's like, okay, I'm busy all day, but you know what? I have an hour lunch. I'm going to call you then.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, prioritizing.
It's prioritizing. And it's like just kind of like having that little bit of like, let's compromise. Let's really show each other that this means something.
Exactly.
I definitely feel like it's the small things that
and
we
that's
don't
why
think
I
about.
feel like another toxic trait that we can really ignore is a lack of support. If someone is not supporting you in your dreams, supporting you in your goals, supporting you in just being whatever you are in that moment, meeting you where you're at in that moment,
that's good.
whether you're down, whether you're up, like, can you support me in all areas of my life? Like, sometimes you really need someone else to be like, I support you. Like,
I agree.
I know you're leaping off on faith, but I support you. Like, and I feel like when someone just doesn't support you, even if it's the little things like, hey, babe, like, today I'm not feeling it. Like, can you just pick up where I might,
I agree, though.
slack off, whether it's cooking, whether it's cleaning, whether it's, just supporting me financially. Can you support me? And if it's a lack of support, then that's a toxic relationship.
I feel like that kind of goes into what I was thinking, whereas it's more like no compromising.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the compromise between each other is kind of like, okay, like, let's meet in the middle. Let's meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, babe, I know you're tired. I know you're this. Maybe this day I'm gonna do this for you. Babe.
Exactly.
Like, or let's try to find an equal medium. Let's really talk about kind of what works for both of us and not just one of us, to where it's like, okay, you're happy, I'm happy. We can kind of make this work.
Exactly.
So we can kind of make this work.
We went over the toxic traits, which were gaslighting, which were lying, lack of support. Also, to me, a biggest red flag that none of us have to ever question is emotional and physical abuse. Oof. If you are ever in a situation where you feel manipulated, where you are actually experiencing physical abuse, there is nothing else that tops that.
That's like, it's not cute, it's not sexy, it's not he cares for me or he loves me in like a tougher way, or even she, because we can be, women can be abusive as well. What I'm saying? So it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, he's loving me harder than other people have loved me. It's one of those things where it's like, no, run. Like, you don't know how to love properly. You don't know how to express your feelings properly. There's a lot within you that you need to work on within yourself to feel like this is the way that you express whatever you're feeling. This is the way. And a lot of times when it comes to that, it's more of like manipulations. It's more of like scare tactics. It's more of like them trying to keep you here.
Exactly. They're trying to keep you here. And just to touch on a situation that I feel like is a trending topic is the Cassie and Diddy situation. The TMZ released a video that they said that, that they showed that P. Diddy was harming her. He was beating her.
It is crazy because I had been seeing a lot of like posts where it was like, for the women that saw themselves in that video.
Exactly. I felt that too. Because
I really felt that.
A lot of times people really misunderstand why the women, they'll come out right then and there. Why the women just don't stop it right then and there, because we are so sensitive. We are so emotional that when we are put into a situation where we are experiencing physical abuse, we genuinely feel like there's no way out of it. We genuinely feel like I feel like this is what it is.
Yeah, and I feel like with that, it's also like, there's shame. There's shame that comes with it. There's a lot of like, I can't believe this is me.
I can't believe it's me.
There's a lot of like, will people believe me? What did I do wrong?
What do I do wrong?
Because I'm telling you, what did I do wrong?
Exactly.
There's a lot of, like, girl, couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. Yeah.
There's literally so much of that
It's
is
so
kind of like, all right, like, and to be honest, I feel like love plays a part.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, we have a very much nurturing side. And although like nobody was raised the same, we are all raised in different households and brought up differently. And sometimes we just try to fix people. I feel like we try to fix people.
We
and
definitely try to fix people.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, well, maybe if, or because of this, or it's situations where a person genuinely feels stuck. A person might have ties to that person. A person might have kids with that person. A person their livelihood might actually depend on this person. So it's kind of like people think it's just so easy. Be like, okay, I'm done. This is not working for me. This, and this.
But this person makes me feel like they hold me
but
in
let's
their
not forget
hand.
that also, if you've ever been in a situation like that, let's not forget, no shade, I'm not going to get deep into it, but let's not forget how hard the situation actually is to get out of it, as far as when it comes with law enforcement and actually trying to be like, hey, this is what happened to me, and what the fuck are we gonna do about it? And there is no support.
Let's get into it, because honestly, let's keep it a buck. When it comes to law enforcement in African American situations, there's not enough protection for African American women. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, because there's been a lot of times where I have called the law enforcement to prevent or to stop or to even report a situation. Nothing happens. Fuck technically, I'm getting my ass beat, bitch. I need your help. I need you to get me out of this situation. So a lot of times women do resort to calling the law enforcement because they feel like they have nobody else to call. Yeah. And that doesn't give the outcome that they hope. So they just feel like they have to stay in that situation.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say this is every situation.
It's not every situation.
I'm not going to say it's every situation, but I definitely agree, because I've been in situations too where it's been like, okay, I'm expecting this and I get a different outcome.
I did get a different outcome.
Literally. And I'm like, I feel stuck.
Exactly.
What can I do? What else is left? What resources can I do? Like, what resources do I have? I mean, exactly. What resources do I really have? And it's kind of one of those things where it's like I said, no shade, no tea, but it's just kind of one of those things where you just kind of feel like, I don't know what to do, so I am stuck. And a lot
of times where I feel like women, I can say, stay in a toxic relationship when they do encounter that situation, and they feel like, well, I done called the laws and nothing was done, and nothing has happened. You feel genuinely stuck, because who else? If you feel like you can't call your brother, you can feel like you can't call your dad to save you, who else do you call? And we're going to get into that. What do you do when you are in a toxic relationship? And so we're finna get into that.
We're definitely going to get into that.
Yeah.